Can I go first, Miss Dozier?
Why, Muhammad, I was wondering when you were going to say that. Have you ever focused a microscope before? Here, why don't you try it this way? Tina, Safira, no notes, please. I left my piano at home today. Oh, I see you were listening.
I made us copies of Malanga's letters. From this one, we know that he likes to buy coconuts from a green market near Fort Greene Park.
He buys them from a talkative Asian man who has a patch over his left eye and has a beautiful smile.
We haven't found that market yet. Here's a list of all the markets we've been to so far. We know it's not one of those.
Let's start the casebook and put the market down as our first clue.
I can't stay too long. Oko's waiting in the car for me.
That's even more reason to get organized.
Piece in a puzzle.
The big question is, where does Malanga live?
Okay. Where does Malanga Simango live? Now I'll write down the clue about the green markets.
Any other clues?
Well, there's one more letter to check out.
Let's see it. Domingo. That means Sunday in Spanish.
In Portuguese, too.
Dear Safira, I am working very hard these days. I deliver flowers for a florist. I wash dishes in an Italian restaurant, and I have begun to paint again. Still, I miss you. Sometimes in the late afternoon, I ride to a place called Brooklyn Heights. It overlooks the tall buildings across the East River.
I sit on one of the benches along a walkway and watch the sun set over the water. I imagine that I can see your eyes in the sun, for you have already looked out over the hills and seen that same sun high in the sky. Think of our old story, why the sun and moon live in the sky, and I will think of it too. Love, Malanga. Wow.
I know that story. Why the sun and moon live in the sky. It's an African folktale.
Yes.
So that's why he drew those pictures in the margins. Wow, he's really good.
Can I see that? Florist, Italian restaurant. These are the major clues. He might still work at those places, and I'm sure his boss must know his address.
Right.
So all we have to do now is figure out which florist and which restaurant.
Green markets, florist, Italian restaurants. We've got 3 clues now.
Great!
I wish I could go check out the green markets again, but Oko's right outside.
Don't worry. Alex and I will do that.
Sure.
Here's the list of the markets we already checked.
Thanks.
I'll go home and start calling florists.
I'll go with you. We'll look for Italian restaurants in the yellow pages. Call around.
Believe it. Someone in New York actually knows my brother.
Good work, guys.
When did Mr. Tung say Malanga would be coming to the market again?
He doesn't know.
We told him you were looking for Malanga. And we gave him Tina's phone number, too. Because we didn't know yours.
So we just wait till he calls then, I guess.
But what if Malanga comes by and Mr. Tung isn't there?
Yeah. Then no one will tell Malanga you're looking for him.
Well, why don't you leave Malanga a note? One that'll catch his attention even if Mr. Tongue's not around.
Yeah.
Make it colorful.
Yeah, we can ask Mr. Tongue to put it near the coconuts where Malanga can't miss it.
I know. Why don't we draw pictures the way Malanga did? From why the sun and moon live in the sky.
Yeah, that'll really catch his attention.
I'll get some paper.
Jamal can draw the pictures for you, and you can write the message.
Wait a minute. I'm not an artist like Malanga.
No, you're an artist like yourself.
I'd love for you to draw for me.
Well, okay.
So, tell us a story.
Long ago, Sun and his wife Moon lived on Earth, but they lived very far away from their good friend Water. Sun and Moon often visited Water, but Water never came to visit them because Sun and Moon's house was too small for all of Water's relatives to fit. Sun and Moon were very sad about this, so they built a much larger, truly magnificent house, and then they begged Water to come visit. Water still worried that Sun and Moon's house wasn't big enough, but he came anyway, along with hundreds and hundreds of his relatives. Fish, water rats, water snakes, even whales. And Water kept getting higher and higher in the house. Soon Sun and Moon had to climb up to the roof to keep dry, but they still insisted that all of their new friends come in. When Water reached to the top of the roof, Sun and Moon went all the way up to the sky. And that's where they've lived ever since.
Wow. What a great story.
Well, Jamal's finishing the pictures. Let's get started on the message.
Right. A message that says you want to see him.
And make it sound really, really urgent, because it is. You must see him now.
And I have something very important to give to him. Dear Malanga, I'm in New York. I must see you right away. I have something important to give you. Love, Safi.
But how will he find you?
Well, he can't call my parents.
Put in a P.S. with my number. 555-6893.
Of course.
And put in something about the folktale so he knows it's you.
Okay. P.S. Please call 555-6893, and I will tell you why the sun and moon live in the sky.
It sounds great.
Right.
Done.
Now let's put everything together.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's great. I'll take it to Mr. Tongue right away.
Mother, Father, can I go to Tina's? With Oko, of course.
Not today. We're all going to a lecture at the UN.
But I don't want to go to a lecture.
Of course you want to go. You'll learn a lot.
How do you know what I want? You never even ask me.
Keep your voice down, please.
And you never even listen to me when I try to tell you what I want. I wish I were living with Malanga. He listens to me. He'd let me do whatever I wanted.
Safira.
I've asked you never to utter that name in my presence.
But it's my brother's name, Father. Malanga is my brother, and I love him.
Love or not, he broke the rules of this family.
Your rules?
Yes, my rules.
I hate you.
Go to your room this instant.
No.
Safira.
Come back here. Safira! Don't you dare get on that elevator.
Tina? Tina?
Her ears are stuffed.
Tina?
Oh, sorry, Mom.
Why do you have to have that music so? Never mind. I'm taking Linda to the store to buy shoes.
All right.
Don't forget your chores here, okay?
I won't.
You can stuff your ears back up now.
Come on.
Hello? Oh, hi, Mr. Smongo. No, Safira isn't here. Yes, sir, I'm sure. No, I don't know where she might be. Something wrong? Run away?